Patricia Altschul, that's right. We have the Grand Dame, the matriarch of Southern Charm here with us today. This From the Vault series has it has legs actually. So everyone seemed to love. Who did we have from the vault? We had Juicy Joe, Kathryn Dennis, Claudia Jordan, Jackie Goldschneider. Well, today we have a From the Vault, Patricia Altschul. Never, and I mean never before heard chat with Patricia Altschul. Never before heard. The only people that have heard this are me and Patricia and maybe Whitney, because he was in the room. He was coming and going in the house. I mean, Whitney's got to do what he's got to do. Other than me and Patricia, and probably Whitney, no one has heard this chat. This was recorded not even so long ago, but at a prior time before her beloved butler passed away, Michael. So, RIP Michael. He was such a huge part of the show. We talk about that. We talk about Kathyrn. We talk about Cameran Eubanks. Anyone want Cam back as much as I do? Obviously, we talk about the boys. We talk about JT, but Craig and Austen and Shep. And the show is just so different now, right? We have Southern hospitality. So this was recorded. This is a From the Vault, never before heard. My voice is cracking. Never before heard chat with Patricia Altschul. I have wanted Patricia on this podcast for decades. I haven't even done this for decades. I've only done this for years. I think I've wanted her on the podcast for about 6 years since my second episode. So we are continuing this. Seems to be a hit. This From the Vault. This is never before been heard. A chat with Patricia Altschul recorded at a prior time. So kick back, relax, and enjoy this chat with, I think, the best cast member of Southern Charm, Miss Patricia Altschul. Possibly. So I think you're in good hands.
Well, I don't put myself anywhere near the category that she's in, but professionally to have a book agent and Simon and Schuster, they'll really stand behind me and make it a good book.
I mean, yes, working with Taylor Swift's book agent, that's that's exciting. Are you shocked with how far Craig has come? Just in a, like you said, he would walk down the aisle. I mean, I'm a little shocked as a viewer. This is the same Craig we knew. I mean, it seemed like he has the business now. It's successful, in a stable relationship, isn't really out there drinking and carousing like the other guys.
Not as much, but Craig is still, he likes to have a good time. But I knew that he had talent and had interest. And the best thing that ever happened to Craig was to go into business with his friend Jerry, because Jerry knows how to put it all together business-wise, and Craig is creative. And so it was like a perfect business marriage. And I give a lot of credit to Jerry, who really handles all those business things that Craig was really never good at. He had the creative impetus, but it didn't have a form or a voice or a place. And Jerry has made all that possible. And of course, Craig is so cute and so charming that if he advertises a pillow party, I've gone to a couple of them, and there are 30 women lined up outside to get a picture with Craig. And whoever heard of people signing pillows? I mean, I think it's a brilliant concept.
The lines go down the street and around the block times two for those pillow parties.
So I'm happy for him. I'm glad that it all worked out, and he loves it. That's what he likes.
He's found his calling. And I think he's smart, and I think Paige is smart in that sense that they understand, reality TV, maybe it could go on 20 years, your show, maybe it could go on 10 seasons, but it's really about starting something on the side that can continue when the show's over.
Well, that's a good point, because unfortunately, some people on reality TV think it's a career, and it isn't. You have to have a career in life. That's my motto. This is a job. It's a temporary job. And if you get fired, then I mean, I think Kathryn Dennis is a good example. And I've always maintained that women should get as much education as they can to have a career, to follow a job or a career with something that they love to do, because you have to have something. You never know what life is going to throw at you. And I mean, thank goodness I had my education down and I had a career before I had Whitney. So I made sure that no matter what, I could still make money and take care of myself.
That is the key. After the finale, after the reunion, Taylor got a lot of heat because she revealed on air that Olivia, had hooked up with Thomas Ravenel, from way back when, and it's, the public has really come for her that, like, you really are the new Kathyrn, you're the new villain. Like, do you think she deserves all that online trolling, I guess?
No, I really don't. I mean, she was 20, and Thomas, as I understand it, Thomas and her brother, and they were friends, and Thomas was friendly with her parents, and she was 20. And as she said, it was a drunken moment, and nobody, I mean, there are very few of us that haven't had drunken moments at one time or another. And Thomas can be utterly charming. And I'm sure when she was 20, 10 years ago, Thomas was good looking and charming. And I could understand why that happened. So, I mean, I think that's the least of what everybody on the cast has ever done.
What about Taylor to admit this? Like, that was something Olivia just kind of wanted to take to the grave, I mean, to admit this on like a national platform. Like, what do you think about Taylor bringing this out?
I think it was dirty pool. She was trying to take the heat off of her. And so that was about the only thing she could think of to blame Olivia for. And I think it was unnecessary and it backfired. It really, in a way, I think backfired more on her than it did on Olivia. And people are, I don't quite understand it. I've heard about Thomas now, and he lives in Aiken, South Carolina, which is a very elegant town. It's horse country. And it's where all the Whitneys, Morgans, and Vanderbilts brought their horses in the late 19th century, and people still do today. And he's got 3 children. He has tutors. He teaches them to swim, to ride. He's very good about their health care, making sure that, their education is up to par. Saint needs a special school. And I think that he's been vilified, and rightly so, on many, in many respects. But people forget that you can change. And now this is, from what I understand from a lot of people that know him, this is the way he is now.
Just
I
really a
asked
hand.
one time, I said, what would you think about bringing Thomas back? And oh my God, I mean, that was not received well.
Who did you bring that up to? Andy Cohen?
I put it on Instagram, you know. Yeah, I don't think I got one positive, oh, what a great idea.
Well, he did just say after the reunion, when the reunion aired, he's like, of course they're mentioning my name again. That's what it takes to get ratings. They are always using my name.
I thought he vilified me for a good year on Twitter, X. And he can go after you. I mean, I don't know if he stopped drinking or not, but the one thing you can say about him, he was great TV.
He was great TV. I mean, is he the one, like, who would you want back if you could pick anyone from the past that's not on this cast anymore? Who do you think would just be great to come back into the mix for season 10 if it was up to you and you could choose whoever?
I'd bring Cameran back. Yeah, I love her. I mean, speaking of great TV, I thought Cameran was wonderful. But when Kathyrn said what she did about Cameran's husband, which was a total lie, and to have that be put up on national television, that was it for Cameran. She said, you know, if you're going to play that game, I'm out. And I don't think she would come back. I mean, every year Whitney tries to get her to come back, and no.